What's going on, guys? Take a look at this. This is the brand new SG22. What a sexy boot this is. Ugh. You guys might have known that the SG12 was one of my favorite motocross boots ever made. I liked it because it had the smallest toe box or thinnest toe box of all the other boots out there. And I also like it because of the way that the footbed feels when your foot is inside of it. So the first thing I'm gonna say that I feel here is the fact that the inside of this boot is significantly larger than any of the other boots I've had on. There's absolutely zero squeezing or pinching, which I did feel on the Fox and the CD, not so much on the Alpine Stars. But this is it. This is the newest, latest, greatest from Gaerne, the SG22. Now, they've done a couple things to this boot. They have modified the toe box. So the older boot had a toe box that came down to a point here at the front. This one here is taller here, you can see. The other thing you're gonna notice here is this buckle was moved forward a little bit. So it's a little bit flatter on the foot. And then this buckle was moved up, and that gives you a little bit more articulation right here in the center. Another thing they did is back here, we have a slightly higher arch that allows you to have a little bit more mobility and flex back in here on the back side of the boot. This side of the boot is relatively the same. We still have the anti-scuff here on the inside, the little gripper material. We've got the memory foam on the inside. Such a good looking boot. Let's go ahead and get this thing tried on real quick. So, I'm going to go off the try-on boot haul that I did a couple years ago at Chaparral Motorsports. First thing I'm going to say is these are old school buckles. So very old school, traditional, the way that the buckle goes through the round part of the strap, where these all have a newfangled way of having a hook in there that gets grabbed and pulled. These are more of like that old school buckle style that we've seen. First feel, I'm gonna tell you that the buckles feel really nice. Love the feel of those buckles, that's good. Velcro here at the top, just like most motocross boots have. Now this is gonna be a size 10.5. I typically wear a slightly smaller boot than that, right about the 10. But this feels really good. My toes are going all the way to the end. Man, look at that. Look at the flex we have on this buckle. That's phenomenal. Little spring action. All right, I could dial this one in just a little bit more. I have slightly skinnier legs than a lot of the guys that are out there with big calves. I wasn't blessed with that. Got a big booty, but not big calves. Go figure, right? Feels good. Do that flex. Feels really good. If I had to compare this to my previous SG12s that I had, I'd say that the bottom of the boot isn't quite as wide as I remember it feeling on the bottom. Those dimples that are on the bottom of the inside of the SG12 are a little bit less pronounced on this SG22. Overall walkability, boot feels awesome. Now, this is the real test. This is the kicker, if you will. No pun intended. All right, the kicker is going to be how this boot feels on the peg of a motocross or adventure motorcycle. Oh yeah. Great toe feel, love it. Feels good. Movement to be able to get to the brake. That feels good. Man, Gaerne did a good job with this boot, guys. I'm digging it so far. The Gaerne SG22, available from Sorry, take that back. Tucker Rocky's been out of the game for a little while. From Tucker Power Sports at any of your local dealerships. Anyway, SG22. This is your first look from me, Kyle Bradshaw, Manybikes. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care and ride safe out there.